Hey everybody, Brian Tumminelli here from Everett Alvarez High School. I want to show you my classroom setup for hybrid instruction starting next week. All of the things I'm going to show you right here is technology that I've already had access to from Alvarez. I didn't go out and buy anything new. This is stuff that I had in my classroom already, and I was able to kind of make something and make it work for my environment. I am going to say it's not the most pretty of setups, but it's one that works with the technology we have. So I'm going to show you my two devices that I have set up and set to Google Classroom right now. So I'm going to turn my camera around. First off, I've set up my desktop, and this is a desktop that we have dual monitors with the new desktop. And this is where I'm going to actually project things to not only my students that are in my class, but also the students who are distance learning. You can see here on the left side is where I've logged into Google Meet. This is where I have my Google Meet set up. Any other tabs I want open to monitor things like Go Guardian, things like that, I'll have set up right here. And as you can see, my camera is not on me. It's actually connected to our dock camera right here. We have these document cameras. You can see that it's projecting down to something. So that in case you wanted to use a document camera in your class, this is how I've set it up. So if I need to show them anything or write anything down, this is where I'm going to do it right here. And this screen, my other screen, is the one that's connected to my projector. There's a cable that runs from here, goes around my desk, all the way to the wall where we set up for the projector. And this is what I project to not only my students at home, I also project it onto my screen up there. And usually, since I do a lot of PowerPoints and slides, this is perfect setup for me. So everyone's gonna see everything at the same time. So this is my desktop setup. Important key thing that I do here with my desktop, first and foremost, I make sure I stay muted on my mic 100% the whole time, and I keep my speakers that are connected here off. If I have speakers connected here, I keep them off, and the main reason is this is to avoid possible echoes that are going to come, because if I walk over here to the front of my room, I have another device, my Chromebook, set up, and this is where I will be talking and hearing students. You can see here there's my presentation that I'm projecting from my desktop. You can see the document camera as well. And then you see me right there standing up next to my PowerPoint in the background behind me. And this is how students at home will be able to see me. But also, I like this because I'm standing in front of my classroom, and where my kids are gonna be, they're gonna be looking at me as I present, the same way students at home are gonna be looking at me through the presentation as well. Now, I did have to do a couple different things with this. First, for audio and microphone issues, we have this document camera set up right here. You can see that. That is a combined webcam and microphone. And I had to, because I wanted to make it kind of look nice for the kids at home and make them able to see me easier as I present the screen. I set up a little setup like this and attach the camera to the top there, and kept trying to find ways to make it stable. So again, it doesn't look pretty, but it works. And for the last 5 weeks of school or so, I don't really care if it looks pretty. I just want it to be effective. So that is my setup for that. And I also have speakers attached here. These speakers help me interact with students at home so they can respond. And not only can I hear them respond, the students in the classroom could hear the students respond as well, who are distance learning. That's great. And I do keep my microphone and camera on here, and my speakers sound up, because again, this is where my audio is going to those kids online, so that they could hear me. So that's a big key thing. But I, again, keep the microphone off, and I keep the speakers off at my desktop. I keep them on here at my Chromebook. These speakers, by the way, are also provided by the school. And finally, last little bit of technology, important. If I want to stay in front of the classroom and I'm projecting that Google slideshow or whatever, I have a clicker to advance my slides. That is something I've always had, and I've personally bought probably the one piece of technology here that I have purchased on my own. It's not 100% necessary, but if you need one, they're relatively cheap. And so all I have to do is I stand in front of my class and I'll advance the slide. And this actually plays a video. You can hear the audio right now coming out of the speakers. And it's playing audible through not only the speakers for my students in class, it's going to be playing as well for the students at home. And then I can advance with my subject for the day. So that is how my classroom is set up. I hope this helps you as you set up your classroom. And one thing I'll just remind you is it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to be effective. So make it effective. Don't worry about how it looks. Good luck.